Good day, madam, and hello, everyone. My name is Malika Nomrazwin, and I will begin our presentation today by introduction the topic. Let's begin with the introduction part. Global Technology Solution (GTS) is a technology company based in United States, known for its AI-based business software. Since its established in 1995, GTS has expanded into over 12 countries across North America, Europe, and Asia. In 2018, GTS acquired a Malaysian IT firm, Software Asia, to strengthen its presence in Southeast Asia. GTS faced cultural differences and unsuitable global structure and communication barriers. Employee morale dropped, operations slowed, and revenue decreased by 15%. To examine what went wrong in Malaysia and suggest a recovery plan, including expansion into China. The country selection is China. Why China? The first one, cultural compatibility. Chinese work culture is hierarchical, but tech companies are adapting into innovation and collaboration. Second, economic and market potential. China is one of the fastest growing technology markets with strong demand in AI and digital solution. Third one is business environment. Although China has a strict regulation, companies and succeed through local partnership and cultural awareness. Fourth is strategic opportunity. China provides a fresh start in a more competitive and future-oriented market. Next, I pass to my friends.
Hi, my name is Nurhana Nadia, and I'm going to talk about 3.1, which is organizational culture clash. For global tech technology and global tech solution, GTS bring a Western individuals management style that focus on innovation, open communication, and decentralized decision making. While this approach work well in the United States, it contrasts sharply with China's traditional corporate culture, which is a value hierarchy, loyalty, and long-term relationship. In China, authority is respected. Decisions typically come from the top, and the communication tend to be more indirect. If GTS use the same informal, decentralized approach, Chinese employee might see it as disrespectful or lacking structure. For example, where GTS expert open disagreement on and proactive innovation. Chinese employee may stay silent to maintain a harmony or avoid confrontation. Likewise, GTS focus on individual achievement clashes with China's emphasis on group harmony and collective success. Those culture difference could result in low moral misunderstanding and resistance to change, similar to the challenges JTS already experienced here in Malaysia. I'm going to talk about 3.2, which is ineffective organizational structure. Another challenges lies in GTS global organizational framework, which assume one size fit all model. China's business environment relies on heavily on bureaucracy, government regulations, and a clear top-down decision making. Meanwhile, GTS prefer for the decentralized structure and independent middle managers could create confusion, low execution, and even internal conflict. As a local employee may feel uncertain without explicit directive from senior leadership. China's vast geography and diverse market also demands flexibility in local responsiveness. However, GTS rigid global model might be too slow to adapt to regional shift or changing customer preferences. Without adjustment, the mismanagement could lead to a delayed responses, reduced customer certification, and operational inefficiencies, replicating the same problem faced here in its Malaysian expenses. Thank you.
Hi Madam, I'm Shahira. I want to present for my part the 3.3 Workforce Services Issue and Low Moral. For the Workforce Services Issue, key challenge GTS face in Malaysia was the lack of a culturalist diversity. Increase Western embraces with local Malaysia employer create embrace where apprentice of the senior position with local employers were privileged. careers dilemmas led embraces limited career progresses for local staff. Low merit was further emphasized by absence of policy. Culture misunderstanding less appreciate for local practice create a work environment employers face disconnection company VC. Thank you. For my part 3.4, multinational team conflict and communication gap. First, language, work culture, and communication style different, slow decision making in Malaysia. Second, workers manager direct feedback, Malaysia staff direct to direct, indirect to maintain harmony, frustrations, and reduce empathy. Third, China raised face culture and voluntaries of public dis- disagreements may clash with Western directness. Four, standardized communication protocols, cross-culture training, and collaboration tools to bridge legacy. Thank you, madam.
My name is Siti Zulaika binti Ismail Nizam. I would like to present my part is expatriate management failure. First is lack of cultural preparation. GTS faced major challenge during its expansion into Malaysia, and one of the most critical issue was the lack of cultural preparation. Many expatriates were sent to Malaysia in leadership role without being trained on the local custom work, value, or communication style. This made it difficult for them to adapt and build a strong working relationship without local employees. Next, inadequate support system. To cultural unpreparedness, there were also no structured support system in place. GTS failed to provide language training, relocation support for families, or adjustment program. As a result, many expatriates experienced high level of stress and isolation, which affected both their well-being and their job performance. And third is absence of integration effort. There were no mentorship program or system to encourage knowledge sharing between expatriate and local staff. This created a gap where both sides struggle to collaborate effectively. The lack of connection reduced team unity and limited opportunity for learning from one another. Next is negative perception and low moral. Because of the gaps, expatriates were often seen as outsiders imposing foreign ways of doing things instead of inspiring local teams. They unintentionally causes frustration and resistance. This led to lower moral, reduced trust, and weakness team performance across the organization. Last is risk for future expansion to China. If these issues are not fixed, the risk will be even greater when GTS expands to China. China's business culture is known to be complex and relationship driven. Entering that market without proper expatriate preparation and support could lead to even more serious leadership and integration problem. To success, GTS need to redesign its expatriate program with true pre-departure training, continuous professional support, and structured collaboration plans with local managers. Next is financial decline and market share loss. First, revenue drop and market share loss. During its operation in Malaysia, GTS suffered a 50% drop in revenue along with a clear loss of market share. These losses were directly tied to cultural and organizational challenges that affected the company overall performance. Next is poor local adaptation. One of the main reasons for this decline was GTS failure to adapt its global strategy to Malaysian market. The company applied the same business model without tailoring product and service to local customer needs, leading to low customer satisfaction and poor brand loyalty. And then competitive disadvantage. This weakness opened the door for competitor while GTS struggled with slow decision making and internal issue. Local and regional competitors were quick to respond to market demand and gain the upper hand. Next is risk of perpetrating mistake in China. If GTS enter China using the same rigid approach, the outcome could be even worse. China tech industry is fast moving and highly competitive. A failure to localize could result in even faster market share loss and greater financial setback. And the last strategic recommendation. To avoid repeating this mistake, GTS must change its strategy. This includes conducting in-depth market research, adapting AI-based solutions to local needs, and involving local employees in planning. Only by focusing on localization, cultural integration, and employee engagement can GTS hope to regain and grow its market share in Asia.
Hi and good morning, madam. My name is Solia Musyairah binti Mustafa. So today I would like to present for my part is business rescue plan and recommendation. Alright, so now we move to the 4.1 organizational structure and culture integration. Okay, let's begin. Global model GTS will retain global standard at HQ while empowering the China team to adapt execution locally according to the market needs. A blend known as a globalization. This dual structure enable faster decision making, close alignment with the Chinese business norm, and fewer delay from the rigid HQ control. Next is the control culture leadership. Training manager both global and local. We attend programs tailored to the British Western open communication style with the China high context. Hierarchical work culture training. We focus on leadership adjustment, cultural sensitivity, and effective in global leadership development. Next is the integration committee. A joint forum of the expertise and local leadership meets monthly to monitor culture adaptation, co-design engagement event, and proactively resolve misalignment before they become a productivity issue, such as a dual stakeholder working group are proven to reduce expertise local friction. To the next slide is HR strategy, expertise, and local talent. 50-50 leadership balance. Okay, sorry. 50-50 leadership balance aim for equal representation of expertise and local manager in leadership roles to foster trust and inclusion, mitigating the risk of perceived favoritism. Implement structure, mentorship, leadership training, fast track promotion to retain high potential Chinese staff. Local talent pipeline is implement structure, monitorship, leadership training, and fast track promotion to retain high potential Chinese staff. Next, EX aspect. Support package provide comprehensive pre-departure training, ongoing culture coaching, and family relocation assistance, reducing adaptation risk and improving retention. Okay, next we move to the next slide. 4.3 Managing Multicultural Virtual Team. Standardized communication protocol. Communication unified guideline for language, tone, meeting format, and overlapping working hours to reduce misunderstanding. And next is collaborative platform with the translation. Use tools like Stack or Teams with the real-time translation and share glossary to break language gaps. Next is the Virtual Culture Clinic. Host regular culture sharing session and broadening activity to cultivate trust and mutual misunderstanding cross-graphically dispersed team. And next, we move to the next slide, 4.4, diversity, inclusion best practice. In inclusive leadership training, equip all managers to detect bias, value diverse perspective, and make equitable decisions, enhancing fairness and team performance. And next is culture celebration. NERG organize event, ground Chinese festival, and international holiday while establishing group like a Women Act GTS China to foster belonging. Zero tolerance anti-discrimination policy. Enforce strict anti-bias procedure paired with animals reporting channel and equal access to professional development. Next is the 4.5 long-term sustainability strategy for China. China-based R&D center established innovation hub in the Beijing or Shanghai dedicated to build AI and tech solution tailored to the Chinese market consists with the trend among leading global firms. Strategic local partnership collaborate with the domestic tech firm, distribution network, and government agency to navigate the regulatory environment for the faster trust. Next is the CSR feedback mechanism. Launch as CSR integrate alignment with the local social value such as education, innovation, and employ regular feedback loops and audit to gauge impact and the guideline adjustment. Alright. That is the conclusion. GTS challenge in Malaysia emphasize importance of the culture adaptation, flexible management, and the strong HR strategy in international business. China offers significant growth potential with its task-driven market, but success will depend on the blending local expertise with a local structure integration. By adopting a local structure, fostering inclusive leadership, and forming strategic local partnership, GTS can rebuild its presence in Asia and achieve sustainable long-term success. So that's all from me. Thank you.